actually a Greek word. Egypt is a Greek word that means bondage. Before it was called Egypt, it was named after Ham's son's Montezorium or Mizraim. So that's the original name, Mizraim. Do me a favor, get Exodus 13:3 first to show the meaning of Egypt.
Exodus 13:3.
Read that.
And Moses said unto the people, remember this day, in which he came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means the house of bondage. Okay, when the Greeks started taking over certain parts of the land under the Ptolemies, they seen all the great constructs in Egypt, and they knew that these places had to have been built with great captivity or bondage. So they called the landmass bondage. Yeah, you can get some chairs. Shalom. Okay. All right. I need you to go to Revelations 11:8. Read that.
Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Now,
when you look at dead bodies, this is not talking about a physical dead body. It's talking about the valley of the dry bones. God's people laying destroyed in a death state like you see us in the Americas and abroad now. And it says, their dead bodies shall lie in the cities of the street, which we are now. Look at our condition. We're dead. That's spiritually called what?
Sodom and Egypt.
So this place is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. Why? Because sodomy and homosexuality is running rampant in here, just like it was in the Greek and Roman Empire. Okay? And it's called Egypt because the Egypt gods are being worshipped in America also, along with the Babylonian gods. Okay, Egyptology is high in masonry, which this country was constructed off of. Okay, and most of all, God's people have built this country the same way his people Israel built ancient Egypt. So when you hear the daughter of Egypt, you know it's talking about America also. All right? Read on. Where our Lord was crucified.
Well, also our Lord was crucified.
And it says, well, also our Lord is crucified. When you look at Galatians, the 3rd chapter, it states, cursed at every man that's hanged on a tree. So, like Christ was crucified on a tree, his people, Judah, were hanged from trees over here in this country. So, in Revelations, the 11th chapter, it breaks down or gives the understanding, metaphorically, of our people being in spiritual Egypt and spiritual Babylon. I mean, spiritual Egypt and spiritual Sodom, which is a land filled with homosexuals. Someone asked, this may sound funny, but why do some of the other Israelites, you can start at 9. Okay? Someone asked, this may sound funny, but why do some of the other Israelites teach about UFOs being angels of the Most High, and that they will be beaming up Israel? What is this? Please explain. That is a good question. And it doesn't sound funny. All right? The way some of these people are portraying the second coming of Christ may seem a little funny. Okay? Y'all have to calm down so I can get into this. All right, please. No, don't worry about it. It says, this may sound funny, but why do some of the other Israelites teach about UFOs being angels? Okay? The reason why is because in Ezekiel, the 1st chapter, it talks about how some of the angels travel. That's why they go into it, and they're correct with that. Get Ezekiel 1 and 4 for me, please.
Ezekiel 1 and 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself.
So it says a great cloud, a fire enfolding itself. Back then they didn't have neon light. So what Ezekiel is describing is something like a neon light. And when it says a great cloud enfolding itself, it's like fire folding within itself. That's that beam they were seeing around this particular vehicle. Read on.
And a brightness was about it.
And a brightness was about it. Now back then there was no airplanes. Back there was no helicopters. Okay? So if something was in the sky, it had to be angelic. Okay? Read on.
And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber.
Color of amber. Okay, amber is red. Read.
Out of the midst of fire. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
Okay, now when you see these particular ships in the sky sometime, they turn different colors. They turn red, they turn green. But out of this so-called fire enfolding itself, out of this cloud, and we're going to show you the mysteries of the precepts, how to use the precepts to break down that this is a ship. Okay? When you read this, came 4 creatures, and let's see their likeness. Read it.
Out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 creatures.
Go ahead.
And this was their appearance.
And this is how they looked. Read.
They had the likeness of a man.
They had the likeness of a man. Head, 2 arms, 2 feet. All right? So these are not aliens. If you look at the word alien in itself, it's Alahayan, which means angels or power. So they're telling you that these angels or these aliens are either regular angels or fallen angels in this society by calling them aliens. Okay? Read.
And everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings.
Okay? They let you know that they had 4 faces and 4 wings. Okay, they was back to back moving in a formation. That's why you would see their faces change. That's number 1. And number 2, the angels have wings. They have wings to cover their upper parts and wings to cover their bottom parts. Okay? Read.
And everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings, and their feet were straight feet,